today I'm sharing a pocket letter I put together a while back with an under the sea theme, and I've made a matching card to go alongside it. For the card I used a dolphin stamp that I think came with free with a magazine. I've die cut a shell and an anchor, then embossed them using the Seth Apter baked texture embossing powders. It gives them a really nice textured finish. The card itself is embossed too, which adds a nice bit of extra detail. The first card in the pocket letter has an embossed background made with an embossing folder. I did this a few times, then coloured it with distress oxides and cut it to look like waves. The white texture on top is some embossing powder, probably from Stump Enders. Next, I created a background using iZink inks and added some seahorse, seaweed and bubble die cuts, which I coloured with distress oxides. Then there's another embossed background, and this time I stamped a jellyfish on some vellum, so it gives it a nice soft underwater feel. On the next card I've used background papers from Graphic 45, die cut some seaweed and added an ephemera piece from my stash. For this card I embossed all the edges using Seth Apter's Deep Sea embossing powder and added a quote in the middle. Next up I used some background papers from Graphic 45, fussy cut the shells and added a bit of netting from recycled fruit packaging for some lovely texture. This card features a die cut anchor and a coloured shell, which I've done with distress oxides. I've used embossing powders on the anchor, again from Seth Apter, and added a bit more so it looks like sand. Then this is a stamped and coloured starfish, which I embossed too, and the edges are just inked with distress ink. This card uses background papers from a magazine, and I've die cut the crab, and again there's some Seth Apter embossing powder to make it look sandy. On the front I've added some stamped, coloured and fussy cut shells along with a die cut mermaid tail. I've added some sort of string and twine to give it a vintage feel. The quote on the centre card says, "Beauty goes far deeper than most people dare to swim." Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this little look at my project, please give it a thumbs up and pop a comment below. Until next time, cheerio!